Hello everyone. Okay. Gonna sort out a starting grid. Waiting for everyone to leave the grid. Russell, Hulkenberg. Oh yeah. Okay. Norris, Piastri, front row for McLaren. McLaren can win the Constructors for the first time since 1998. Third, Sainz in his final race for Ferrari. Fourth is four-time champion Max Verstappen. Fifth is Alpine driver Gasly. Could this be Alpine's final race? Sixth, Russell. Seventh, Hulkenberg, final race for Haas. Eighth, Alonso for Aston. Ninth, Bottas in his final race for Sauber. 10th, Perez in what is likely to be his final race for Red Bull. Okay, outside the top 10. Sixth row is Tsunoda and Lawson from the Racing Bulls. Don't know what's happened to both of them. Stroll 13th. 14th, Magnussen. Everyone is starting on medium, so let me just work it out. Don't know what's going on the grid order down here. I mean, 15th will be Zhou in what is likely, well, it will be his final race for Sauber, and what is likely to be his last ever F1 race. Hamilton in his final race for Mercedes will start 16th. Albert Zhou will start his first ever F1 race for Alpine and in F1 in 17th. For reversals, Albon 18th for Williams, and of course Leclerc will start 19th for Ferrari, whilst Colapinto has been sent to the back of the grid. There is your grid order, by the way. Of course, Hulkenberg 3-place penalty, Leclerc 10-place penalty, but Colapinto's also, I think, has had a penalty. Everyone is making their way around the formation lap. Norris is heading for turn 15 now. Just, you know, Zhou is making his Grand Prix debut today for the Alpine team, as Ocon has withdrawn in order to be able to do testing for Haas next week. Hi there, effed up dork. Very interesting name. I always like it when someone comes up with an original name like that. Norris is about to head to the grid. I think we're going to have to wait for a few seconds. I might be about 30 seconds behind all of you, and everyone is starting on medium tyres. Hello there, Kiefer Chua. I hope you're doing well this afternoon. I know it's evening where you live. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night in Australia, and then, of course, it is early morning in America and South America, where it's now like 10 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in Central Europe and most of Africa. Zhou, yes, sorry. Let me just type out his full name. Jack Zhou, the son of 5-time MotoGP champion Mick Zhou, is starting 17th. Ned, so he just likes to be a controversial troll, mate. I'm not even going to take notice of him. That's a load of rubbish. No way Maldonado is that good, sorry. Absolute nonsense. Anyway, I think he's just trolling, to be honest. That's what I get with his videos. He knows if he comes up with weird rankings that you'll get a lot of conversation. That's all. That's what content makers do. I don't know what you said, so... Oh, Leclerc stalled. Piastri and Verstappen have hit each other, and Piastri... Oh, man, he's slowing down. He's got damage. He's gone to last. Piastri's down to last. Oh, wow. And Gasly's up to third. Crazy. Absolute bonkers. That is crazy. And that's negated Hulkenberg's pen. Someone has spawned. Perez has spawned. Crazy. Oh, wow. Crazy. Oh, my goodness. Magnussen's up to Leclerc. Leclerc's in 8th. What's happened? Leclerc was struggling, and now somehow he's found himself up to 8th place somehow because of all the shenanigans, and Perez has gone down to last. I can't keep up. Stroll's 9th. Lawson in 10th. Verstappen 11th. He'll probably get his way out. Hamilton 12th, just behind his all-championship rival. He's just a troll, mate. I don't even care about Ned, so just bomb tier content, I'm afraid, with him. I don't think, I mean, eventually he's going to have to start making bear content soon, because I think if people think you're a clown, then they'll stop taking you seriously and they'll just laugh at you. That's not serious. Putting Maldonado ahead of Kimi and Massa is beyond trolling at this point. Maxi pads, yeah. Max submitting of Verstappen collides with Piastri. And Perez is stuck on track. I think we're getting a safety car. This is my God, Abu Dhabi is giving us so much entertainment. VSC deployed, absolutely no surprises there. VSC, I am not even surprised. Oh my God, I don't think Perez is going to be there for at Red Bull for 25 at this point. Absolutely bonkers. A lot of people are saying that Perez is the FDZ zone winner of the season. Fraud detection zone winner. Piastri out? No, that's Perez is out. Sorry, let me just... There we go. Perez is out of the race. Everyone has slowed down. Obviously, they're supposed to maintain their gaps, though, under the VSC with no safety car actually out. But Perez is out of the race. Could be the last time we ever see Perez in F1, to be honest, because he's absolutely obliterated his reputation. I'm sorry, John. I don't think you're getting Norris. I don't think you're getting George Russell. I mean, he's going to be number 1 at Mercedes now that Hamilton's leaving, so that's really unfortunate. I mean, with Kimi Antonelli being a rookie, I can't foresee a world where unless Kimi Antonelli really is the next big thing, then I think it's advantage Mr. George Russell. Okay. Gotta say, I can't see the replay, but that is, well, how many points is that? 26 points because Norris is the fastest lap, 18 for Sainz, 4 for Ferrari, so that's 22 points. McLaren can still win the Constructors' Championships, obviously. I am not going to be talking about football. I want to concentrate on this race. And Verstappen overtakes Lawson, to no one's surprise, because they're on the same team, basically. Gasly! Oh, Gasly re-overtakes Russell. My word, Gasly getting racy. I think Darwin is just going to focus on finishing the race and just getting to the checkered flag. He's not going to be racing anyone, to be honest. He's just going to be testing himself on the race conditions, having not actually competed in the race for an entire 12 months since leaving Formula 2. Sorry, what did you say? You just won a game this morning with your dad. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any football on because obviously there's been a few games cancelled around England and Britain due to Storm Dara, by the way. So I don't know about if you know about Britain's weather conditions, but we have been having really bad weather this year in November and December. Like it was snowing last month, which I can't remember the last time it started snowing in November in Britain. It usually comes like December, January, February. What else? And we've had extremely strong wind, which can be a thing at this time of year in Britain. Colin Pinto has gone to the pits. I mean, it can be bad, but it never gets like freezing cold like you see in somewhere like the Nordic nations like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Iceland. And to be fair, I think the likes of Romania, the Czech Republic, and even Germany can actually face some really cold temperatures at this time of year because they are, I don't know, they are near, I don't know, they have a lot of mountains near where they live. I think the Balkans can be very, very cold, can be very dramatic in this time of year in terms of weather. Like, I think Central Europe can be extremely hot in the summer, but extremely cold in the winter, whilst Britain's temperatures don't actually tend to fluctuate much, meaning that we just tend to get a lot of rain, but very rarely do we get much snow, and nor do we ever get, like, tropically hot weather. Sainz has got the fastest lap. Sorry, I am going off on a massive tangent. As we know, obviously, the Middle East offers very good weather at this time of year, hence why F1 can keep extending their calendar to absolute absurdity. At least, I'm just a Kimi fan, but I don't sit there and think that Kimi smells of roses or anything crazy like that. I mean, at the end of the day, motor racing and professional sports is a business. Like, the fact that Kimi happened to have like 5 or 6 extremely good years at the top doesn't mean, like, I mean, essentially, he just made bank off those 5 or 6 peak years where he could have been a triple or quadruple world champion. And then, of course, he settled for a career as a decent number 2 and as a midfield when he returned with Lotus, Ferrari, and of course, Alfa Romeo. Like, I mean, Kimi always was very level-headed. Even, I mean, yes, I know he had a habit of being a bit fond of drinking in his younger years, but I think as he got older, he just became very level-headed. He never, like, whilst he wasn't rapidly quick in his older years, like, I mean, he never, like, put in stinkers like we've seen with Bottas and Perez and Ricciardo, who, I mean, really have dropped off horrifically in the past few years. Piastri has now spawned, and oh my word, yeah, day from hell for Piastri, I think. I mean, as long as Norris wins the race, I think that's it. McLaren don't need Piastri to score points as long as Norris does his job, but this is going to put a lot of pressure on Norris just to win now because Leclerc had an amazing start. I think he did have a collide with someone, but then he recovered very quickly because then Piastri Verstappen collided and then Perez spun, and that just caused all sorts of mayhem. I think it's safe to say, I'm trying to think. Obviously, Ferrari, McLaren are still gaining points on Ferrari as it stands because second Sainz, 8th Leclerc, that adds up to 18 plus 4 plus 1 is 23 points, and McLaren have gained 25 points with Norris, so they're still gaining, but Bottas has a 10-second stop go, by the way. What's going on? This is... thing with Max is that he's never had a truly bad season, which is so remarkable. Like, I mean, Alonso had the first half of 2004 and parts of 2009 and, of course, 2015, but Kimi obviously really dropped off horribly. Hamilton had 2009, and of course the past 2 seasons is his stinky seasons. Vettel, as we know, really dropped off after like 2018 onwards. Verstappen still has not had a bad season. That is crazy. Obviously, Vettel also struggled in 2014. No, Verstappen 10-second pen. Verstappen? Bottas? I'm so confused. No, Bottas has gone to the pits, by the way. Oh no, why have I typed in Colin Pinto? Sorry. I mean, I think Bottas has served his penalty, by the way. Served it straight away. But Verstappen? Are you sure, mate? That doesn't make any sense. I haven't heard anything on my feed that says Verstappen is in trouble. The thing with Verstappen is, yes, obviously he's capable of dropping a stinker of a race, but we haven't seen him drop off to the point where he's dropped a stinker of a season, which is... This is why I think Verstappen honestly could become the GOAT of F1, because I think the last driver to have never dropped a stinker of a season was probably Juan Manuel Fangio, who used to race in the 50s. And back then, you only had to do like 7 or 8 races a season. So, and the thing with Fangio is that when he did, I know he tried to carry on into 1958 with a couple of race appearances, but with his Maserati getting old, being overtaken by Ferrari and Van Moor in terms of development, and the fact that Maserati no longer gave him factory support, and the fact he was getting, like, I don't know, 47 years old by 958, by that point, he just decided to quit. Gasly's getting a podium. Yeah, Gasly, my God, can you just imagine Gasly in an actual fast car? This is what he can do. This is why I always back Pierre Gasly, because this is what he can do. Like, this is not me overrating Gasly because I like his personality or anything, because he's actually a quick driver. I know obviously you need a car to work to his liking, but when you get it to his liking, this is what he can produce. He's not as talented as Kimi Räikkönen, obviously. Well, young Kimi Räikkönen, that is, but he has made progress over the past 5 years since leaving Red Bull's team and getting away from Max Verstappen. As long as Norris stays where he is, McLaren will win the Constructors, regardless of whether Leclerc makes it back up to 3rd, I think. I'm trying to count the points. If he gets up to 3rd, it'll be 33 points for Ferrari, but of course, they've got 26 points with Norris right now. Piastri gets a 10-second stop-go pen. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, Verstappen does have a 10-second stop-go. Thank you. I just read Alonso's radio message. That's a lot of penalties. They are clamping down hard because of, obviously, the precedent they set with Norris in the previous race. Oh, Verstappen and Magnussen battling it. Oh, dicing. I can't tell. One or the other. But I think that... Oh, well. What's going on? Hulkenberg, Leclerc. That's right. I mean, Stroll, having actually a decent race for once. Leclerc up to 6th. Yep, got Alonso. No surprises there. I mean, obviously, I think as long as Norris stays in the lead and wins his race, McLaren can win the Constructors, because I think the maximum Ferrari can get from 2nd and 3rd and the fastest lap is 34 points, which would only take 9 points out of McLaren's 20-plus point lead, which is nowhere near enough for Ferrari to snatch the Constructors. So Norris, I mean, even though Piastri is basically out of commission with him being 43 seconds behind his teammate, Piastri 17 seconds behind rookie Jack Doohan, and of course, almost half a minute away from a top 10 points position. Yeah, I think all McLaren are just going to do is cross their fingers and hope Norris gets his 4th career win and makes no mistakes, which I have to say has been surprisingly hard for Norris to do throughout this season, but he's got the fastest car this weekend, like he's done for most of the season, and I think if he can win today, I think he can take a little bit of credit for actually performing well, rather than some of the really bad bottle jobs he's committed this season. And I hope he wins, because I really don't want to be out here slagging off Norris constantly. Colin Pinto is about approximately about half a mile away from being lapped by Norris, since they are on the same straight now. And I think Colin Pinto, after just 11 laps, will be... I forgot to put the lap counter. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. So carried away with just talking. Sorry, I forgot to put in the lap counter. I usually have a lap counter and I didn't put it in today. On lap 11, didn't notice. So much chaos at the start of the race. So much of me trying to change the order. Yep, lap 11, Lawson re-overtakes Hamilton. Got a bit of a nice battle going on. Perez, yeah, I think Perez is done with F1. To be honest, I don't even know why Perez wants to stay at Red Bull, because surely, if he goes to IndyCar racing, he can relocate closer back to his home in Mexico. Sure, well, his family's home in Mexico. Let me just check the order yet. Oh, Stroll, Lawson gets Stroll. Oh no, yeah. Stroll pits. That's not me seizing, by the way. Oh, that's okay. Leclerc gets Hulk, yeah. DRS. Leclerc, here we come. Oh no, wait. Hulkenberg, what's going on? Hulkenberg swapping positions. Verstappen gets Fred. Hamilton is complaining again, as always. And he's overtaken Lawson, so usual noises from car 44. Piastri is chasing Stroll, and I presume Piastri will get Stroll for 16th. Hamilton, we got pits, yep. God grief. Early pit stop for Magnussen. Hamilton up to 9th. Can't be that bad if I've got no pace. Well, Albon gets Zhou, yeah. Albon gets in front of Zhou. Okay. Zhou is going to... I'm just going to refer him as Zhou, because I can't be bothered typing his name out. Oh, very much changed order here. Albon. 4.3 seconds stop for Fred. Wow. If Lawson gets points and it's over for Tsunoda's chances of getting the Red Bull seat, wish we could have Alonso, Hamilton, and Verstappen fighting for the title. Oh, we got more pit stops. Okay. We've got two guys pitting, Hulkenberg and Alonso, two of the best drivers on the grid. Just so you know, I have already eaten my lunch, so you won't get me getting any complaints about feeling hungry. Look, Gasly pits, yeah, oh, okay. Bit early, but... Okay, I mean, my timing screen's not caught up, but Gasly is holding up Russell and Leclerc, and I think this is a perfect move for Gasly to get some fresh air. Oh my God, it's already like 15. So many pit stops so early on. Gasly's down to 10th. Yeah, my timing screen is a bit slow. Can you just wait, please? And yes, he is. Yeah, he's now pit. Yeah, thank you. Darwin running in 9th for now. Who will take advantage of the undercut? That's interesting, isn't it? I miss the days of when David Coulthard would get held up for 40-odd laps by Enrique Benoni at the 2001 Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, Gasly gets back in front of Darwin, obviously. I don't know what. Hamilton up to 6th. Oh, the red racing balls are going to try and do the overcut on some of the guys behind them. I think in the past it used to be about the overcut where, like, I don't know, you would try and run down your fuel down to fumes and then do the refueling. Yeah, it looks like Russell is trying to do the overcut, and of course Leclerc and Verstappen trying to do the overcut on Gasly, to be honest. Piastri, yeah, obviously he's going quickly in 13th. I mean, well, he's not going to get points where he is, so he better get a move on. I mean, all Norris needs to do is just make sure he wins the race, whilst Colapinto is getting lapped by Sainz. Colapinto's form recently has just been abysmal, and I think it's safe to say all the hype over Colapinto, I think, has probably been like the best thing for James Vowell. 2009 Nürburgring Grand. Oh, right. Alonso brake testing Coulthard at the 2003 Nürburgring Grand Prix. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of dumb by Alonso. Not very smart at the time, but he was only like 21 years old. I think he's learned from it. I don't know what's happened to all the views since, but 4 likes, that's fantastic. Yeah, thank you here at Crystal Racing for the 4 likes, but only 2 people watching. I think the race has settled down, and I think Gasly's got DRS on Tsunoda, and I think, yeah, 8th place will be Gasly soon. Episode 10. Gasly, come on, get past Tsunoda, mate. You've got fresher tyres, you're on the hard tyres. A lot of the field, Hamilton, Gasly, and everyone in the outside the top 10 have switched to hard compound, so I'm expecting everyone else to pick to do so likewise, but Gasly cannot overtake Tsunoda. Oh, damn, is Gasly being cautious? Gasly now P8. Oh, I don't care, mate. Stop talking about Kieran Smith. I do not give a flying toss about him. just moans and cries all the time. He's no better than the Alonso fanboys, you know, like that he fights with all the time. Like he sits there and thinks he's got like moral high ground over them, but he's just as annoying as whiny as they are. I mean, he's like what in his mid-20s now. He's not a young man anymore. Like, I mean, I'm definitely not quite as young as I'd like to be, but I mean, I finally have like ever since Kimmy's retired, I have definitely moved past my like peak Kimmy fanboyism because it's just a waste of my time and it's just better things in the world to worry about. And now that Kimmy's not in F1 full time, like people don't. I mean, he's kind of faded out people's memories, which is probably what a lot of what he wants. I don't think Kimmy enjoys being talked about all the time. Yeah, I know Moaning Yorkshireman does his advent calendar. I beg your pardon. Yeah, and I presume Mr. John Cartier has now gone off to watch Thailand versus East Timor or Timor-Leste in the ASEAN Championships of the Southeast Asian nations, which is pretty much most of their countries' only chance of winning any silverware down in that part of the world. Obviously, having huge populations there is also why they hold a tournament because of the profit margins they can make. Yeah, Moaning Yorkshireman, absolutely love his channel. Always good banter. I can't wait to see his final race video on Abu Dhabi. We've actually had a decent race today, which is not something you can always say about this track. Lots of action and quite a bit of drama. And of course, the unusual customary Hamilton complaining and moaning no matter what position he is on the grid or in the race order. Piastri chasing Alonso. Next victim coming up. The Aston Martins cannot wait for Adrian Newey to rescue their blushes, but Alonso does respond with a purple sector 1, 17.76. Ferrari have secured second. Yeah, well, with Perez out of the race, I think, yeah, that's goodbye to Ferrari. Red Bull's chances of even getting second. It's not that Red Bull really wants second place in the constructors. It means absolutely zilch. I mean, they were more annoyed with, what was it? Red Bull were far more annoyed with Perez when he missed out on securing runners-up in 2022 because obviously, what's it? They had to wait until last year to make it the first time they'd ever finished first and second in the drivers' standings with Verstappen and Perez. But of course, that was an easy task because they easily had probably the best car they've ever produced, despite Perez only getting a podium 9 times and winning once or twice. Yeah, twice at Saudi and Baku, but this season, I mean, I think the true level of Perez has been exposed and it's not good. Hulkenberg up to 9th. Apologies if you think my reaction's a bit slow to updating the order, but we've actually got a lot going on today. It's not one of those easy races, and it's been a long time since I can remember actually doing a race stream at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been like, I swear it's been like probably 3 months since I did a race stream at this time of day, which is so weird. Because, you know, Las Vegas was at 6 o'clock in the morning and barely anyone was watching, and I just wanted to fall asleep, to be honest. That was horrible to do. And only had John Cartier talking to me for the whole stream, which just about kept me going. What else was there? Oh yeah, Qatar was at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon with the, what's it, sky going dark. Brazil, obviously, 4 or 5 o'clock. So no. Oh, Yuki stalled in his pit stop, apparently. Did he stall? Oh, he's not pitted yet. I don't know what. Oh, has Yuki gone to the pits? My timing screen isn't keeping up to date. I am about 45 seconds behind all of you. Everyone succeeded in doing the overcut over Gasly. I mean, the Alpine's not that quick despite its amazing quality performance. Leclerc pits. Thank you for telling me. Yep, Leclerc succeeds in doing the overcut on Gasly. Got another brief advert break, so oh, Gasly. Oh no, that was. Oh no, he's down to 8th. Yeah, sorry. Totally wrong information for me. Leclerc. Wow, that pit stop worked out quite badly, actually. So Gasly's actually got a bit of pace, and his last lap was a 29.5. And yeah, he's lapping faster than Russell and Verstappen and Hamilton. So yeah, Gasly 39.5 seconds behind Norris, but he's 20.4 behind Russell and 15 behind Verstappen and 10 seconds behind Hamilton. So he's doing very well, actually. So it's only Russell who's got a chance of getting the jump on Gasly if he can get the lap times. But Gasly's actually lapping pretty quickly. And he's got to lap quickly because... Wait, what? Was that 2.5 seconds for Leclerc? Turns out Flavio Briatore and the Oaks have been miracle workers after all. I mean, everyone said, oh, that had nothing... Oh, yeah, Alpine's double podium but Brazil had nothing to do with Flavio Briatore. Well, that's a load of rubbish. And Gasly's got DRS on Lawson. I'm trying to see the screens. Where is Gasly? Yay, slipstreaming Lawson down to turn 6. Can he overtake him? He'll get another bite of cherry if he has to, or if Lawson can defend. I mean, I still sit there and think Gasly is like part of the Red Bull organization, but he's not. I mean, it's so confusing because Alpine do use blue colors, but obviously Lawson has no obligations to let Gasly past. So my brain keeps getting confused because he's only been at Alpine for 2 years. And obviously when Gasly left Red Bull, he went straight to AlphaTauri. Gasly obviously gets Lawson. Never in doubt. How do I feel about next year's F1 grid? Pretty good. I actually think we've got an exciting grid now, finally, with a few drivers finally moving on, like Magnussen, Bottas, and probably Perez. I think a lot of drivers who probably should have left with Ricciardo, Kimi, and Vettel. I mean, a lot of the older generation drivers, I think, have just stayed on far too long, and I'm so glad they're moving on. Let's be honest, without pit stops, I think F1 would be a pretty tough sport to watch, to be honest. Colapinto is just out of commission today. I mean, Dohan apparently has a 5-year contract at Alpine. Not 5-year 5-race contract from the rumours I've heard, because apparently Flavio Briatore doesn't truly trust Dohan, which is, I think he's actually justified in being a bit distrustful, because none of us know how good he's going to be. Leclerc's up to 7th. Yeah, thank you. Piastri in the top 10. Oh, Liam. Oh, wow. Liam's lost a lot of places. Yes, I updated the order. Lap 25 now. Oh my god, our laps are ticking quickly at this track. I mean, in the past, it used to take a bit of time for but the laps to fly past now. With the chicanes removed at turn 4 and 5. I mean, yeah, this is actually quite a fast lap. I mean, now that it's under the 1 minute 30s, which makes it a lot more flowing. And what's it? Turn down at turn 9. That's so much better to watch. Sainz pits, yep. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I must be at least about 45 seconds behind, yeah, for you to say that, because I mean, where I'm saying Sainz is already heading towards that's a turn 9 on my map. Norris to pit next lap, yeah. Obviously, this is going to be how many cars? Oh, the top 4 are still yet to pit. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to change the order quite a fair bit. Lawson. Oh, no, Lawson's pitted again. What's going on there? Oh, my God, what's happened to Lawson? Is this? Yep, Sainz is pitting. I will update the order. Please wait. I think someone's going to have to comment again so that I can see what Keith has said about NH44. Of course, Sainz in the pits. I'm going to see where he comes out. Oh, he's come out behind Verstappen. That's pretty decent. Oh, no, he's come out behind. Oh, he's come out ahead. Very good. He's only lost 1 place. That's a very good pit stop by the Scuderia. 6 likes, thank you very much. Lawson has got problems. Wow, Lawson in trouble. So Verstappen's pace is really bad. Cannot overtake Sainz at all. Dear God, couldn't do the... He's definitely not doing the overcut on Sainz today. Hamilton will be doing a long stint because he's on the hard tyres and he's one of only 4 cars yet to pit. I actually meant the top 5 are not pitted yet before Sainz's pit stop. Now it's Norris, Russell, Verstappen and Hamilton who need to do their mandatory pit stop. Obviously, Hamilton is on the hard tyres, but he's going to have to switch to the medium tyres at some point. But I'm guessing he's going to pit very late for those mediums, and he's going to be the last guy to pit today. We are approaching half distance now. Russell pits. Albon could get destroyed by Carlos Sainz. Yeah, obviously we know that. Yeah. Russell's pit. Yeah, obviously. Sorry. Oh God, Russell has lost a lot of time. Oh my God, he's dropped behind Hamilton. Where's he coming? The close got Gasly. Oh my god, yeah, oh dear. Wow, that was Russell's pace is bad. He's down to 7th. Oh no. How did I forget? Yeah, I thought Russell. What an embarrassment it would be if Hamilton was to beat Russell today. I've been giving Russell so much praise, but he is quite inconsistent, and I think Mercedes will have to step up their car development just so that George can actually have any chance of fighting for a championship. But he has got DRS on Gasly, so, and I think he's gonna, yeah, he's overtaken Gasly. Into third 9, great overtaking spot despite it being quite a fast corner. A fast 90-degree corner, a bit like the Dunlop curves at Suzuka, albeit a lot tighter. And it's a purple, it's a new fastest lap for the outgoing Ferrari driver, Mr. Carlos Smooth Operator Sainz. Yeah, I did say that was his name. McLaren are going to obviously win this. Even with the new fastest lap, I mean, McLaren should be safe for the constructors, and Piastri's now in the top 10. All they need is a Norris win. They need nothing from Mr. What's his name, Piastri, even though he'll fight his hardest to get back, and we're on lap 28. I mean, it's probably lap 29 for some of you. 666, yep. If you're 555, then I'm 666. Don't know why that makes me smile so much. Really daft, immature joke. It's from a Slipknot song, by the way. I don't know why that always cheers me up, even though it's now like a 25-year-old song. By the way, when I first saw Slipknot on Top of the Pops on BBC TV, I literally watched the performance with the sound turned down a bit, and I was just like, this band's a bit boring, to be honest, even though they had all their face masks on, and yet I was just like, ah, yeah, you're not as scary as I thought you were, and your screaming is nowhere near as abrasive as I thought it would be, because I thought they were going to be full-on death metal, but no, they weren't. They were not. And I was 10 years old at the time when I first saw them, so it was like, this is actually quite watered down, if you ask me. I mean, let's face it, if they were like, I don't know, Burzum or Mayhem, then they probably would have never been allowed to become a big commercial band. Don't know why I've gone on this tangent about music, but you know what I'm like. Because, you know, we've already got the constructors to talk about, which is not really content, because let's face it, Ferrari are not really... They haven't built a car fast enough on a consistent basis to be worthy of a constructor's title. Only Verstappen and Hamilton are yet to pit. Achoo! Okay, yes, that's me who sneezed. Verstappen pits, yep. Presume it's now lap 30 when you say that. "10-second stop go for Liam freaking Lawson. Are you? Oh my word, Lawson in the bin. The FIA are clamping down on driver discretions now. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Verstappen. Oh, I think quite a few cars are going to get Max. Very good pit stop, but yeah, that's costing him a lot of positions. Oh, always losing a lot. Yeah, 9th for Piastri. And he's... Oh, he's down to 11th. Damn. Now we're going to see a bit of action going on between Max and some of these midfield runners. Oh, that's going to hurt. Verstappen or Hulkenberg has been told, Gasly's been told to push. I presume it's now lap 31 because Leclerc dodges Piastri and Verstappen incident like a boss. Yeah, thanks for telling me about the replay. Having said that, Sainz is the one who's getting a podium spot. Oh yeah, obviously Leclerc had to stop at the back with his penalty. So many penalties. Yes, I did say 10-second stop go for Liam Lawson. I did say that. Doesn't matter. He's going to finish last now. And he's going to be lapped. Almost, I mean, he's been lapped anyway, so who cares? Yellow flag down in turn 6. Sainz is just 2 seconds behind race leader Lando Norris. So Ferrari are not giving up on this constructors battle. Bottas collides with Magnussen. That's probably why. Yeah. Oh. Bloody hell, what's happened there? That's a lot. Magnussen has lost. I think I presume Magnussen's. Yeah, what happened there between Mag and Bot? That has costed both Magnussen in their final races and Bottas a lot of positions. So Bottas did qualify in the top 10, but why are they giving out so many penalties? Bottas is out of his final F1 race, it seems. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. Magnussen's in the pits. Is Magnussen leaving the pits? Oh, Magnussen's getting out. Magnussen can continue. Lap 32. Bottas is out. Wow. Oh yeah, suspension's damage. That's why I just realised suspension damage for Bottas. Bottas is leaving F1 with a bang. Well, Kimi Räikkönen left F1 with a bang 3 years ago when his brakes failed. Max was the fastest lap. Oh, well. As he overtakes Stroll. I don't know what it is, but I've been finding F1 more exciting than football recently. But Piastri is pitting with his penalty. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot Piastri got paid. Oh. That leaves Hamilton as the only driver yet to pit. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Hamilton 18 seconds behind Norris, just ahead of Leclerc and Russell and Gasly. So, don't know. But he's on course to finish 7th if he pits now. Piastri down to 15th. Thank you. I think we're still on course for McLaren Constructors' title regardless. I presume that's for the collision with Max early on, with Max also getting a penalty. Purple Sector 1 with K-Mag. And a Purple Sector 2 by K-Mag. Oh, he's flying. Oh, he is flying, okay. I want to see, is he going to get the fastest lap? Oh my God, Stroll, what's happened to Stroll? Stroll's pick. Storing problems as always, but then he's arguably a problem in himself. Apologise if you can't understand the way I pronounce words, but this is the voice box I'm stuck with. I find it funny that the Mercedes engine and the Mercedes has got great reliability, whilst the others have got huge problems. Well, it is their engine. They do possess the engine ID, by the way, so IP, I beg your pardon. So, yeah, fastest lap, Magnussen. What the hell? 27.23. Wait, the McLaren's Merc engine is working. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, that's interesting. I suppose that's because Mercedes want McLaren to actually win the constructors. Hamilton finally picked. Yep. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I presume that is now lap 35. 20 seconds. He should be down to 7th place, I presume. I'm just going to do this early, even though my timing screen has not confirmed it. I'm just going to... Yeah, obviously I calculated 20 seconds, so we'll drop down to 7th place. Because you are all ahead of me by 45 seconds approximately, but Hamilton should be down to 7th, being the last guy to complete his mandatory pit stop, which I presume with 23 laps to go, he'll be onto the medium tyres. And Magnussen on the soft. Why did Magnussen pit for the soft? Well, it makes sense because, you know, if they're going to serve out 10-second stop goals, then everyone should get them. The only reason why it's not a popular penalty is because it's so severe. Like, that's it. That's the only reason why they got rid of stop go penalties 20-odd years ago and replaced it with the old drive-through penalties, which is a bit soft in my opinion. And the fact that I think some stewards think that 5 and 10-second penalties added onto a pit stop is a bit soft in itself. I mean, that's arguably even more lenient than the drive-through penalties that we used to have back in 2003, 4, 5, and 6-ish. Wind speed of 9 kilometers per hour. I presume we'll get on to 36 now. That fastest lap by Magnussen is 7 tenths quicker than Norris's fastest lap. 7 tenths. That's how much quicker the soft tyres are on the Haas than the hards are on Norris, which is... I mean, I suppose, obviously, Magnussen, I don't know what the purpose of it. Well, I suppose it's his last race, but, I mean, someone is probably going to go for another fastest lap attempt later on in the race if there's like a buffer, and I presume that's probably going to be Carlos Sainz, where he is. Verstappen, yep. I think someone's retiring from the race. Hamilton P7. Hamilton's 44 seconds behind Norris and just ahead of Max. Hamilton still rises. Would be nice to see him get a decent finish in his final Mercedes race where he's won 6 championships with them. Yeah, no driver has won as many drivers' championship as Hamilton has had for any other team or driver. Schumacher won 5 championships for 5 drivers' title for Ferrari. Hamilton 6 drivers' titles for Mercedes. Hamilton has also succeeded in winning 8 constructors' title consecutively between 2014 and 21. Because, of course, in those 2016 and 21, Rosberg and Verstappen won the drivers' titles. Whilst Schumacher succeeded in winning the constructors' title 6 times consecutively for the Maranello boys. So, in terms of Hamilton's overall performances for Mercedes, I think how many races has he won? 83 races at Mercedes, which is also another driver team record. Whilst I think Schumacher managed to succeed in winning 72 race wins for Ferrari. So, yeah, Hamilton has more or less outdone Schumacher still at Ferrari, but both of them remain on the same number of drivers' titles regardless. This race is finally settling down. I think Schumacher is still better than Hamilton. I kind of instinctively agree, though, I've got to say, because Schumacher did spend a lot of time building Ferrari up their facilities, which were horribly outdated by at least a decade with Ross Brawn, Rory Byrne, Nigel Stepney, John Todd, and a couple of other names like Aldo Costa and Matteo Binotto. Alonso's pits. What's going on there? Thank you, say Regora. Looks like Zhou is running in the points in what could be his final race in F1. I mean, I do wonder what is he going to do, knowing that points is on offer. Albon is also on course for points, so it is interesting to see what those two do. And Stroll, Piastri takes P14. Not that McLaren need Piastri to do anything, to be honest. As long as Norris keeps his nose out of danger and he maintains his 3.4 second gap over Carlos Sainz, the constructors' title should be McLaren's. 25 points for Woking, 33 points for Maranello, which is only going to take about 8 points out of McLaren's 20-plus lead. And Kevin Magnussen, you can read correctly, does have the fastest lap point, although, of course, he will not be given a point because he's outside the top 10. Only the top 10 runners are allowed to be handed the fastest lap point, so this is probably another reason why I think Formula 1 is done with the fastest lap point, because I know a few years back, Magnussen also took the fastest lap at, what was it, the Singapore Grand Prix, which was a weird sight. Hamilton 6th, yeah. Two stop Norris, interesting. Norris going to do a 2-stop? Wow, he's going to have to read his Sainz stays out. Going to be an interesting final 17 laps for the boys at Woking. Thank you for 6 likes. Very much welcome at Crystal Racing. Please like, subscribe, and do all the usual stuff. Norris stopping again. Yes. Yes, that is very interesting. Thank you for updating me on this stream because I am 41 seconds behind everyone on this stream. Don't know what. Zhou Pitts. Oh, wow. No points in this final race. P12 for Piastri. Oh no, he hasn't actually pitted yet. Oh, sorry, I got confused. I thought he actually did pit. Oh. Well, he's 24 seconds ahead, 25 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Like, I think he should get out in front of Leclerc, to be honest, so... I mean, Norris gets actually a few corners away from lapping Piastri. He's lapped Zhou. Is he pitting? Nope. He continues to go around again onto lap 42. Oh, no, sorry, I missed what you just said. I'm looking at the screen and my screen at the same time. Oh yeah, Hamilton's got Gasly. Even with Mercedes' problems, they're still quicker than Alpine, which is boring to say. I mean, I'd be happy if Russell decided to swap seats with Gasly, I'll tell you that. Hamilton's 15 seconds behind Russell. Is Norris going to pit? I don't know. I'm getting confused by all this gossiping about Norris potentially going for a 2-stop, but with 16 to go, I mean, it's not really worth it, is it? Now, just, yeah, 16 laps remaining. I think it's... If he does pit, then it's going to be for a fastest lap attempt, but that's not really... I mean, it's more likely Sainz will pit for a fastest lap attempt, but frankly, with Ferrari having no chance of winning the constructors with their cars being in second and third, I mean, what's the point? I think it's better if Sainz just stays on track and just hopes for Norris to break down or make a mistake in front of him. I think that's got to be Ferrari's best course of action. And to be honest, I think they should forget about the fastest lap point. Verstappen, purple sector 1. Could Verstappen take the fastest lap point? We're going to see his lap times going into the finish line. He's slipstreaming Hulkenberg. Nope. It's a 28.11 that lap for Verstappen. Nowhere near close, Magnussen. So it should be 15 to go now. 15 laps remaining for McLaren on course to win their first Constructors. for 26 years with Lando Norris leading. Oh, Verstappen has got Hulk. Makes no difference to where Red Bull will finish in the constructors. They're stuck in third. Perez obviously retired on the first lap. Hulkenberg, though, is obviously fighting, helping Haas try and fight Alpine for sixth, but Gasly's in sixth, but I think Alpine are going to get P6 for the constructors. What a turnaround by the boys at Enstone, by the way. What a turnaround. Oh no, Stroll has got going. Keep forgetting about what's going on outside the top 10 because, if I'm truly honest, it's not as important as what's going on in the points. Dowen is obviously about to get lapped, and I think his only job today was always going to be try and finish the race. This should be a fairly satisfactory performance. I'll give him like a C+ for getting the car to the finish and just keeping the cars out of the barriers. Like, it's not exactly like anything to make you jump out of your seat, but Dowen is doing, I think, what the team wants him to do, gain experience. He's probably a bit rusty, having not raced for an entire year, so I think with a pre-season testing schedule under his belt after 2025, I think he'll be expected to pick it up. Hamilton, purple sector 1, 17.46. Magnussen's fastest lap is still just under half a second quicker than Norris's. So that was one hell of a lap by Magnussen. Stroll and doing, I don't know what you just said, Keith, true, but my comments just faded out. Oh yeah, 45, 14 to go. This race has kind of calmed down a lot now in the past 10 laps. Norris has extended his lead to 5 seconds. And the next car for Norris to lap will be Lance Stroll. Despite Aston's lack of pace, Alonso is all over the back of Tsunoda. Verstappen's got to arrested someone, but an advert has now popped up on my TV screen. 20-second advert. I don't know what in the world happened. I'm just going to go on a tangent. Do you know what it is? In my dream sporting world, we wouldn't even bother having football and sports on TV. I am really happy Alonso is getting a point in the final race. Did he overtake? Oh, he overtook Tsunoda. Okay. That's a bit weird of you to be happy for Alonso. I mean, I never knew you. 10th Alonso, yep, into the points. Great overtake on Tsunoda. Norris is getting close to lapping Stroll with just 13 laps remaining. You know, in my dream world, I wouldn't even allow football players and rugby players to have their names on the back of their shirt. I'll just force them to wear shirts number 1 to 11 or 1 to 15 if it's rugby every game, and no one gets a permanent number of any sort. Yeah, he's a great driver. You think Stroll and Dowen will be the worst drivers on the grid? Well, Dowen is going to be under a bit of pressure, isn't he? And I have to say, there's rumours that Colin Pinto could replace Dowen if he doesn't perform in the first 5 races. I think he is under probation by Flavio Briatore, and rightly so. Piastri! Oh, he's racing Tsunoda. What happened? I think going a dirty air Tsunoda, and I think Tsunoda pinched him in, and Piastri had to use cat-like reflexes to save his McLaren from spinning out again. Norris is taking it a bit easy, I think, in terms of trying to overtake Stroll, because Sainz is now only 406 seconds behind, and I have to say, they do appear to be trying to save tyres. for the last 11 laps to go. I think Alpine should be able to get P6 where they are, even though obviously Verstappen has now overtaken Gasly. Only got 11 laps to go. I didn't realise Verstappen overtook Gasly quite a while ago. I was a bit slow to react. So the repasses Piastri. Whoa, blimey, they're having one head of a fight, those two. Or just to try and get onto Alonso for that last point. Guys, Piastri needs to nail Tsunoda because otherwise he's going to run out of tyres to get Alonso. Please don't talk about football. I want to finish this season with no distraction. You can talk about football when the checkered flag comes, okay? I know I did start talking about football myself, but that wasn't about anything to do with players or teams. That was just about a general criticism. Hamilton, purple sector 1, 17.4. He's flying on his medium compound. The field is quite well spread out now, I have to say. I mean, Verstappen is 50 seconds behind Norris. I think only Tsunoda and Piastri is a close fight on the track. Norris has not been able to lap Stroll for like 4 laps now. It looks like Norris is just biding his time and saving his tyres. I do wonder what... I mean, let's be honest, I know some think Sainz might go and pick for the fastest lap attempt, but to be honest, I think it's far better for Ferrari to try and keep Sainz close behind Norris and try and see if Norris makes a mistake on the final 2 laps. That's probably their best chance of snatching the constructors because, let's be honest, it's the final race of the year and, yeah... Piastri's back in front again. My God, it's swinging back and forth. This has actually been a bit of a busy race for me to comment on, by the way. Lots of overtakes. I mean, here, I never expected Abu Dhabi to be fairly exciting. 6.1 kilometers. Wind speed to the east. There's actually a bit of wind on track. Even UAE is getting a bit of wind there. Didn't know Storm Dara was making its way down to the Middle East. Nine to go of this 2024 F1 World Championship with the constructors up in the air. Obviously, the driver's title was decided at Las Vegas with Verstappen winning his 4th title deservedly. Considering how high up Russell started today, I mean, he's only 7 seconds ahead of Hamilton, which I think will be quite disappointing for Russell. Really wants to make a statement about the fact he's going to be Mercedes number 1. Hamilton obviously ran over a bollard, which was flicked out at him by Magnussen, which caused Hamilton to qualify down in P18, and of course he had to start at the back. Sainz, no, I disagree. Sainz should stay out and hope Norris makes a mistake, because we all know Norris does have a mistake in him. And who knows, I mean, Norris could... Who knows, I mean, Norris could well get a penalty if he goes off track and does something wrong, like, let's just say he goes off the circuit, spins, and then bangs wheels with Sainz, and then, of course, Norris finished 2nd, but then the FIA clamped down with, like, a massive, I don't know, 25-second post-race penalty, which would drop him down the order and maybe swing the championship to Ferrari in the courtroom. but Norris still remains 5 seconds ahead of Sainz, and he's just lapped Tsunoda and Stroll, and of course his teammate will be the next victim, and I'm pretty sure Piastri. I think we could see Piastri probably hold Sainz up just to give Norris a bit of breathing room in the final few laps of this race. Obviously, Piastri will be trying to drive as quick as he can, but I think inevitably, if Norris does close up on Piastri, then I think Piastri will obviously wave Norris past, but then he'll slow down immediately. I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously, he'll probably wait for Sainz to lap Tsunoda and Stroll, but then he'll really, really make his car as wide as possibly can to ensure Norris wins this race, because we all know Norris is a bit susceptible to making mistakes when he starts feeling pressure. Of course, Piastri is just a corner away from his teammate. Magnussen is 25 seconds behind Zhou, and Zhou and Dowen are fighting for P14, so I have to say, I think Dowen, his pace has been okay, but his fastest lap, a 1:30.5, was Gasly's been a 29.6. I'm not sure what to say about Dowen. I think, is he driving conservatively? I think I do feel like he is being really a bit too careful, and he is like, I mean, even, oh. What's going on here? Oh, Stroll overtook Tsunoda, but then Tsunoda re-overtook him for P12. Bit of dicing going on between that freeway fight, and oh, Zhou gets Dowen. Someone has run over debris. I'm just saying, I think football should become fully amateur again, but I don't know why I'm talking about football. I said I wouldn't talk about football, but just need to get a few thoughts out of my brain. I'll do a proper stream on my Encore Football channel after this race, but I have time. But anyway, 6 laps to go. Norris. Piastri is hunting Albon down for P10. Sainz will lap Stroll. It's going to be a bit awkward for Piastri. He needs to get past Albon if he wants to stop himself from getting lapped by his own teammate. And I think his teammate would prefer his Piastri to get on with it in terms of overtaking Albon for the final points place in P10. 5 to go. I am hyper aware like a cat right now. Zhou is actually put 2.5 seconds between himself and Dowen. Wait, sorry. Dowen's best lap 29.449. Gasly's best lap 29.25. Oh, Piastri. Piastri P10. And that, well, that means Albon's going to get lapped now. So, I mean, obviously, Piastri will get lapped himself, but I think this is obviously going to save Piastri a bit of bother here, knowing that he's going to guarantee a points finish today in what has been a difficult race. I think Alonso will get lapped eventually, so I think when Piastri gets lapped, he'll be using the DRS of Norris, so in order to be able to launch an overtake on Alonso in the last 2 or 3 laps. But Piastri is about nearly 4 seconds behind the double Spanish world champion. Purple sector 1 again for Hamilton. Oh, he's only 3.2 seconds behind Russell. He's flying on the medium tyres, and Russell could be on the verge of a bit of embarrassment, to be honest, because this is not going to be a good look for Mercedes if Hamilton does overtake Russell in the last 4 laps. Hamilton's flying. He's now just 2.6 behind Russell. Obviously, Albon gets lapped by Norris. Piastri will carry on trying to chase Alonso. 3.5 seconds behind the double Spanish champion. Hamilton's now just 2.5 seconds behind his teammate George Russell in his final race for Mercedes. Russell and Mercedes, I think their worst nightmare could be coming true, to be honest. If Hamilton flies past Russell, oh wow, Total Wolf is going to look, oh goodness me, he's going to be so embarrassed if Hamilton can give Mercedes this farewell gift. And it will raise questions over whether George Russell is a suitable team leader for Mercedes, because Russell's quicker over a qualifying lap, but Hamilton is undoubtedly much faster in the race distance. So, blue flag for Verstappen. That's Magnussen's radio message. Oh yeah, Magnussen's about to get lapped by Max. Blimey, Magnussen is really far behind Norris now. So, 3 to go. 3 laps to go. Magnussen has been told to press the oil pump button. Oh, wow. He's trying so hard to finish his final race in F1. 23 laps on the soft tyres for the Danish driver. I mean, I think he's just staying out just to try and finish this race. His car's got a fair bit of damage from that collision with Bottas, but yeah, he just wants to finish his final F1 race on a high. He will be driving BMW's hypercar team at Le Mans next year, so even though obviously it's been like 3 times it's been said that Magnussen is leaving F1 at end of 2014, end of 2020, I think this time in 2024, this is the last time we'll be seeing Kevin Magnussen race in the Premier League of Motorsports. Sainz has set a new personal best, 27.765, but Norris's fastest lap is, what's it, 27.438. We've got 2 to go. Oh, laps are flying past. I think Norris will probably slow down now to allow Piastri to try and get Alonso, but Piastri can't close up on Alonso, so I think a bit of a case of a catch-22 here for McLaren, because they obviously want to, help Piastri climb up 1 more position to ensure the constructors, but Norris is about 7.8 seconds ahead of Sainz, who will have the DRS to overtake, to lap Albon, I beg your pardon. Not that he needed it, because Albon's just slowed down. Anyway, 1.5 laps remaining in this 2024 F1 World Championship. McLaren are surely going to win the constructors. Magnussen pits. I mean, I think on your timing streams, on your TV streams, it surely has to be the final lap of the season and the race. And I think, well, Magnussen's gone down to 17th. I think it's another soft tyre. Getting his big grand farewell here. Kevin Magnussen, obviously, Bottas will not complete his final F1 race with, of course, just like Kimi 3 years ago after being suspension damage, whilst, of course, Kimi had brake failures. I'm guessing you've just seen the checkered flag, but I've not, so please do not interrupt me on this final lap. Oh, yellow flag! Lawson stopped! Lawson has stopped on the way down to turn 6. He stopped on the exit of turn 5. What's happened? Oh my god. I think Lawson will be out on the final lap of the race. He'll be classified, but I think he'll be classified 2 or 3 laps down. He's going to be classified at least a couple of laps down. And okay, we've got just about 6 corners to go, 5 corners to go of the 2024 championship. Norris, barring any errors, should seal the Constructors' title for McLaren for the first time in 26 years. Of course, the last time McLaren won the Constructors' title, neither Norris or Piastri were walking this earth. And Lando Norris takes his 4th career win at the 2024 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and he seals McLaren's first Constructors' title in 26 years. Congratulations to everyone at Woking. Congratulations. Sainz is 2nd. We are waiting for Leclerc to cross the line. Albon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Zhou have been confirmed down in 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Leclerc, he'll be coming over the line for 3rd place. Hamilton's overtaken Russell. Oh, yes. That's McLaren in the mud. McLaren in the Mercedes in the mud, I beg your pardon. Hamilton overtook Russell for P4. Verstappen, 24-time champion, in 6th place. And that 22 seconds ahead of Gasly, who's about 3 seconds ahead of Hulkenberg. Gasly will seal 6th place in the Constructors for Alpine if he can get to the finish line with no problems. We've got the last 4 runners of the race trying to finish, along with Magnussen. Gasly 7th, Hulkenberg 8th. Magnussen finishes lap down in 16th. He takes the fastest lap again. Alonso takes P9 ahead of Piastri, who finishes P10. Magnussen, fastest lap, 1:25.637. Lawson obviously had to stop on the track, but he will be classified as 17th place, 2 laps down. Very unfortunate what happened there, but don't know what happened. That fastest lap by Magnussen was 1.801 seconds faster than Lando Norris's fastest lap of the race, and Hamilton's fastest lap was a 1:27.278. Magnussen pulling out all the stops for his final race, just like Ricciardo at Singapore, and the final ever fastest lap point, well, it will not be handed to any driver because Magnussen finished well out of the top 10. That's the last time a point could have been avoided. It was eligible to be awarded in an F1 race, but in the end, no one gets it. So please comment who got the final fastest lap point from, what was it, Qatar? Was it Verstappen who got it? I think Verstappen probably got the final fastest lap point at the last race in Qatar. Yes, P6 in the Constructors for Alpine. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there, Pierre Gasly. You have saved this season. Oh, Flavio Briatore, Ollie Oaks, of course. The team will be rebranded High-Tech Mercedes for 2025 or 6. I don't know what they're going to do. Unfortunately, a lot of Renault factory workers will be out of work, but then they have not produced a good enough hybrid engine over the past decade, so business is business, and Gasly needs the best car and engine he can get, so not my problem. And thankfully, I am not going to be submitting a job application at Renault anytime soon, so I can say everything I want to say about Renault. Of course, Renault's last F1 win was, of course, with Esteban Ocon at the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix when the team had just rebranded itself Alpine. They failed to win a single race between 2016 and 2020 under the Renault banner when they had the likes of Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Ocon, Palmer, Kevin Magnussen, Sainz drive for them. And their most recent win before Ocon was Kimi Räikkönen, when, of course, Kimi drove for the Lotus Renault team between 2012 and 2013. 2 wins at Australia and Abu Dhabi at this same venue 12 years ago. I'm sorry, Renault, you're not doing... You just haven't done a good... Oh, yeah, how can I forget, obviously... They won multiple titles with Red Bull between 2010 and 13. So actually, it was actually with Sebastian Vettel at the 2013 Brazilian Grand Prix. I beg your pardon, but of course, let's be really honest. We all know Lotus was in reality the true Renault factory team between 2011 to 2014. Obviously, 2015, Lotus used the Mercedes engines where they picked up a podium at the Belgian Grand Prix with Roman Grosjean, but that was for 1 year only. And then, of course, Renault came back to buy the team out again with, of course, the team in financial issues. So that little Mercedes deal only lasted for 1 year. So in reality, I mean, Lotus were the de facto Renault factory team, despite the fact that Red Bull had a significantly faster car. Obviously, Renault did spend their time trying to recalibrate their V8 engine to help Vettel win all those world championships, with their fuel management being their key asset. And the season is over. Congratulations to McLaren. Let's write it down. McLaren 2024 Constructors Champion. I know some of you have already gone to watch football, because of course we have a busy day of sport despite the weather here in Britain. I think the storm and the winds have slowed down, thankfully, but as for the Constructors title, we're going to be getting some orange people wearing orange and papillon, getting the champagne out, jumping for joy as Lando Norris kept his nerve, took his 4th Grand Prix win of the season and of his career, beating Sainz by nearly 6 seconds. Piastri finished 10th, not that it mattered, 26 points for McLaren. Ferrari did cut the gap in the final race, but they only scored 33 points, so that was nowhere near enough for Ferrari to get anywhere near close to taking the title away from McLaren. Leclerc did climb up 16 places on race day, whilst Hamilton climbed up 12 places in the final race. I mean, there's only one person watching, so it looks like everyone has checked out of the 2024 season, since, of course, it's not, I think we all knew McLaren were going to get the job done anyway. Thank you for watching here at Crystal Racing. It's been much appreciated. Obviously, I started doing live streams due to problems with Chazza HD. We all thought I wouldn't be doing any live streams earlier on in the season, and then, of course, he suddenly came back again. But all the help has been appreciated, and I think I am going to sign off in a few seconds' time, so if you want to say hello or anything, please say it now. 10 seconds to go. And I will see you again next time when I announce another live stream.